This is part 2 of my highly requested video. Just kidding, absolutely no one requested this, but I thought I would do the world a favour and talk about this topic. I haven't actually written down any notes, so I'm going to be freestyling the whole video. Part 2, this part is about my experience. Actually, give me a second, I'm going to take my gum out because I don't want to discuss it. Yeah, so part 2 is about my individual experience studying Arabic in Egypt, the level I was at, where I studied, what I studied, how I studied, etc. The first part was talking about the ins and outs of studying in Egypt, visa, fees, centres, etc. So I'm going to link it here if I figure out how to do that, or I'll put the link in the description, or I'll do both. We'll see. The question that I've actually been asked quite a lot is, what was my level in Arabic before I went to Egypt? My level was below foundation, if that's such a thing. If I'm completely honest, before I went to Egypt, I knew maybe 30 to 50 words in the Arabic language, and I knew how to read and write with, the Fatha and Makasra, because we learned how to read the Quran when I was younger. Other than that, I knew absolutely nothing, no grammar at all. So that was my level. When I arrived in Egypt, my accommodation, thankfully, I will link that as well because it's amazing. Firstly, the host is like my family now, and it's a 5-minute walk away from the Now Centre. So I think the first day I slept, the second day I slept and ate, the third day I walked to the Now Centre, and I asked them about the courses that were available. I said, okay, yep, I want to sign up. They said, okay, go home, bring your passport, come back. Perfect, okay. Walked back 5 minutes, came back 5 minutes later with my passport, and I think I paid maybe 50 Egyptian pounds, was it? For just the registration fee, and then they gave me the test. So the test is a bunch of papers, I think maybe 5 or 6, stuck together, starting from the first page is beginner level and then getting to like advanced level. And they gave it to me and they said, okay, well, fill out as much as you can. And I just looked at them and I was going to say, I don't know anything, I can't fill out anything. But I thought, let me just give it a try anyway. I thought, let me give it a try. So like I said, I can read Arabic and I knew maybe like 30 to 50 words. So I could answer a couple of questions on the first page, which I did. And after maybe like half an hour of just staring at words, essentially, I decided that I cannot do this. And then I had to do a speaking test, a speaking test with the manager of the centre. I think she's the manager. And she asked me, what's your name? Could answer that. She asked me where I'm from, could answer that. Then she asked me what my ethnicity was, or my nationality, sorry. And I just looked at her because I didn't know what the word was. I was like, can you tell me in English? I don't know what you're saying. And she decided there and then that I should start at the foundation level. And I said to her, I'm going to be here for 3 months and I don't have time to, start at the foundation level because they're learning how to read and write Arabic in that level. And she said, sorry, but you don't know anything, you have to go to the foundation level. I purchased the book, actually. I purchased the foundation book and I said I will do this by myself. I purchased it, I think it was 150 Egyptian pounds. So it came, the actual book came with a workbook. So I took it home and I said, you know what, I'm going to finish this tonight, go back to the centre when it opens, and then I'm going to tell them, okay, well now I have more ground to stand on. And so I went back the next day at 8 AM and I said to them, listen, here's the book you gave me yesterday, I finished it. This is my case. I have people who can study with me, who can help me. I am going to hire a tutor, a private teacher. I'm going to spend every living moment studying Arabic. So please let me into the class. Let me into the class. I was telling the ladies at reception this, right? So they called the manager, and the manager, when she was told she wants to go to level 3, her jaw literally dropped, and I'll never forget this. She literally went, you who couldn't even answer what your nationality is yesterday, you want to go to level 3? And I was begging her. I was like, not begging her, I was begging her in a classy way. Okay, don't put it that way. I was like, yes, I finished the book. I'm going to get a teacher. I don't need a certificate. I'm only going to be here for a couple of months, please. And in the end, anyway, she gave in. So I got onto level 3. Everyone in my class had completed the foundation, level 1 and level 2. So they had 3 months and God knows whatever prior experience with Arabic, of studying Arabic, of Fusha this is, by the way. And I knew absolutely nothing. The first day I came to class, I remember we were learning about time. I understood what the teacher was teaching. I didn't understand the words, but then she was an amazing teacher. She would, I don't know, bring the clock and point to it and say, what is this? And she would draw it on the board, and she used many different props. She's an amazing teacher. So I knew that, right? And I thought, since everyone here knows how to speak and I don't know anything, I'm gonna answer as many questions as I can in this class. So for every question, I'll put my hand up. I had many embarrassing moments in that class where, for example, the teacher would set homework and I didn't even know what the Arabic word for homework was. That was the problem. But then everyone else would just be packing away when she's given the homework. So I thought, well, they're not writing anything down, there must be no homework. And she would ask me why I didn't do the homework and I would say, I didn't understand you. And she would look at me like, you're in level 3, what do you mean you didn't understand homework? And I relied a lot on the English speakers in the class actually to speak on my behalf a lot of the time. And I really felt like a child, you know, it was so frustrating to not be able to communicate. And that's how we've come this far as human beings anyway, communicating in the many different languages that we know. And at the end of the month, I didn't even check my score. So you need to pass the exam in order to move on to the next level. I didn't check my score. I just went to the reception, I paid for the next level, I just came to the class. And that was in level 4, I was a new person. I could say I was a new person, you know, I didn't need anyone, I didn't need any other English speakers to translate things for me, to speak on my behalf. I could, with my limited vocabulary, I could speak. I was spending a lot of time at home, like I said, studying day and night, and I was using all different types of resources, right? Videos, books, workbooks, so many different resources to study, right? And by the end of the month, I could speak, like, you know, to a basic level, and I could express myself, I could crack jokes, you know, I could debate, I could argue, and you know, I was so happy. I was so happy I could finally open my mouth and Arabic would come out. You know, just to summarize it, I spent 2 months at the Now Center and I spent a month at the Alim Center, and I took 3 classes at home, private classes. I personally didn't like that. The Alim Center was great and the Now Center were great, and I actually still talk to the teacher now because I have friends who want to study Arabic and he does private tutoring online via Skype. So if you want to have his contact details, I can put those down below as well, or just send me a message and I'll give you the details, because he'll be happy to teach more students, and he's giving anyone that's referred by me a discount, so you'll get an hour class for $5. I'm not getting anything out of it, by the way, so just to put that out there. If you have any questions, if you have any comment to make, I don't know, then please leave it down below and I will get back to you. Peace.